Guys, Chris Meets with Anywhere POD. Today I wanted to show you guys a great new tool that we built that can help you re-import any of your deactivated listings that may have gotten deactivated from ShineOn, but that are still compliant with Etsy's handmade policies. This can be a really fast way to get any of your compliant listings back up and listed on Etsy with automated fulfillment through Anywhere POD to ShineOn. So to get started, if you haven't done so already, you're going to need to connect to your Etsy store, and then you're also going to make sure that you connect to ShineOn. We have a training video on how to connect to ShineOn, and I'll make sure to leave that in the comments down below. So to get started with importing your listings, you're first going to want to come over here to POD Products, and then click on Import Deactivated ShineOn Listings at the top. And then the first thing that you're going to want to do here is click the green button at the top that says Import Inactive Etsy Listings. What this is going to do is go through any of your deactivated listings on Etsy and search for any of them that are ShineOn, and it's just going to add them to a list down here in the bottom that is then going to let you further act on those to be able to import them into Anywhere POD and then back to Etsy. So if we refresh this page, you can see a couple of listings here that we had that were deactivated that are still fully in line with Etsy selling guidelines. If you have more listings that were deactivated, it will pull all of them in. We just had a couple on ours that were deactivated, but it'll go through and pull in, even if you had hundreds of them that were deactivated, they'll all pull into here. If you do have any listings that were deactivated that do not fall in line with Etsy's handmade policies, the system will not let you re-import those. So if you have any plain message card jewelry where the jewelry was not customized at all, you're going to get an error message if you try to re-import those. So in that case, we recommend just deleting those and removing those products from this list. Now from here, if you have any listings that you're not going to want to re-import that you just want to remove from this list, you can check the box and hit delete selected here at the top. But in our case, what we're going to do is go ahead and re-import these. So if we click on import listings here after we make our selection, we'll get the option if we want to import these and push them over to Etsy and make them live, or if we want them to go into our Etsy drafts, or we can also choose to have them just imported into our Anywhere POD account, and then we can push them out ourselves one at a time back to Etsy. It's really up to you on what you want to do. What this import is going to do when it pushes them back into Etsy is it's going to pull in all of the information exactly like you had it previously inside of Etsy. So it's going to pull in the images that you had, the titles, the tags, the descriptions, your shipping settings, your personalization settings, pretty much any of the settings that you had, what category you had it in, any of those settings. It's going to copy all of that from the deactivated listing and create a brand new listing for you linked to Anywhere POD so that orders can be fulfilled automatically. So on these, we'll go ahead and select Publish to Etsy Drafts and click on Import Listings. And you'll see here at the top it says listings are importing, and then once they're imported, they'll also be removed from the list down below. Jumping into one of the products that we just created, we can see in Anywhere POD it pulled everything over. If your original listing had personalization on it that you're using Artwork Swapper for, you'll also notice that we have autofulfill set to no on the Anywhere POD listing. What that means is when the order comes in, it will go on hold and allow you to do the same artwork swap process. Or at that time when the order comes in, you can switch it over to use our automated personalization settings that you have available within Anywhere POD. So now if we jump over to Etsy and look at the new listing that was created for us, you can see that we have the title and photos and description, everything all pulled over for us. You can also see that the personalization instructions that we had turned on this item pulled over for us. All of our variants and pricing and everything is all exactly like it used to be on the previous listing. As you can see, this can be a really fast way to be able to get your old listings back up on Etsy in bulk. You can do these 30 listings at a time right now. We might even up that limit a little bit more in the future. But right now you can re-import 30 at a time, all automatically for you. We'll have additional training videos showing how you can easily convert any of your personalized listings over to use our automated personalization. And you can just do that, as orders are coming in. We have a really easy way for you to be able to swap those over and be able to make that personalization automatic, so you don't have to manually create artwork files for every personalized order. In the meantime, if you guys have any questions, feel free to reach out to us at support@anywherepod.com.